and welcome and thank you for being here. So I will more raise questions that give answers. There is a need for more reflection and establishing what is our objective, what are the means available, but before that, what is the situation? What do we have in hand at hand about the European Parliament elections? If we see the charts since the first European elections, the first issue is that we have an ever-changing Europe. From 9 members in 1979, we reached 27 in 2009. It's the first time that we have 27 member states. The other issue I would like to address is that what is usually given is what is in blue there. The total participation, it's not about an average, it's how many citizens, how many voters participated compared to the total of voters, which was given in 2009, 43%. I think there is an argument for giving the members average, since it's about elections that take place at the national level, at the member state, each member state level. It would be worthy to have also this number. Of course, in order to have the exact picture, we need, for example, for 2009 to have this, in order to see that the highest participation was in Luxembourg and Belgium, and the lowest was in Slovakia and Lithuania as well. So, and there are other things to analyze in order to get the picture. What is important is to see what are the real causes of low participation, where low participation is the case. The first is that there is something to say about the role of national leaders and governments and what's happening at the local level. There are often cases where if there is anything good, this is attributed to the local governments, the national governments. If there is any problem, etc., then, oh, you know, it's these guys, sometimes left to be understood as the bad guys in Brussels that demand this, that impose these things upon us. So there is something to reflect about on this issue. The second point is that one has to see also the national peculiarities. In each case, in each member state, there are particular things that ask for a more detailed analysis of elections, participation, interest of care of voters. There is a problem of how European matters are communicated, say some academics who analyze elections. Of course, the big issue is, and it's often repeated, it was repeated many times yesterday. We started also with some references today, but what is national and what is European matters? Can we today not refer or not give a European perspective to any national issue? What are the topics, what are the issues at the national level which cannot have this European perspective? So one has to see this issue. The nature of citizens' perceptions of EU and EP, which is shaped, as I said, from various factors, is with regard, for example, to the European Parliament, is what are the perceptions about European Union in general, because it doesn't matter for some that the European Parliament has more powers today. It matters more what is the picture in their mind of European of the European Union, what the European Union with all its institutions can do for them. So for the time being there is not enough or sufficient information and not a satisfactory level of perceptions about this. Civic competence. Civic competence includes the first thing is information about Europe, about European institutions, about the European Parliament, etc. And at a higher level is participation, etc. What is civic competence in European affairs in each state, member state? It is usually mentioned that citizens need more information. So the issue there will be also what kind of information, on what topics, in what form, with what means. And we reached a crucial subject today, how the crisis has affected. Of course, the numbers we had about 2004 concern only, there was nothing about crisis. In 2009, the crisis was after starting. So we will see how to face this issue in next elections. For me, there is a big issue, there is a big issue about analyzing the European Parliament elections. First, we don't have a model analysis. What is done is mostly based on the models that exist about national elections. But there we miss many things. We miss, for example, the fact that it's an election about a supranational body, election which is fragmented. Even the largest, the country that has the largest proportion of seats in the parliament, 99, it put the pieces for roughly 15% of the puzzle, of all the pieces of the puzzle. So how does this affect interpretation? There are also problems of interpretation. And I start from what was seen before about the slide about prospects for participating in the elections if the president of the European Union is elected by Europe. There was a number 54. This 54% might include at least 4 or 5 different groups of people, and might also be a hint that part of them will vote whatever happens, others will not vote. For those who are not in the 54%, there is also a large part that already votes and doesn't consider it a further incentive. So how numbers are interpreted is open also to discussion. And there is also a concern about the legitimacy of the outcome or the democratic value of the outcome. But can we attack this issue in terms of national elections where the issue of legitimacy is more pronounced and is more required? I think legitimacy is an issue, but not to the extent that is proposed. If there is a problem with participation, it's a problem of how the European Parliament represents in its actual work the citizens' interests, the citizens' concerns. And also there is another aspect that low participation might boost the representation of small or extreme parties in the European Parliament. So I don't think that this is simply problematic.